Hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening. Welcome to Divine Insights. My name is Dr. Debbie Roche, and I am the host of this intuitive Facebook Live. Before we begin, let me share it to the different platforms because we have been not able to share it simultaneously. So just hold on 1 minute as I do that. I hope everybody's having a good day and a nice evening. It has been super rainy because of the hurricane. I don't know the details yet of all. Excuse me as I put down the volume of my phone as I share everything. But yeah, the energy of the universe has been really interesting lately. I've been talking to a few friends that are into astrology, and I guess Mars is in retrograde. I wasn't quite sure exactly all the details around that because astrology isn't my gift in the intuitive arts, but I know a lot of friends that really love it, and I am super sensitive. So all of you super sensitive folk out there, know that there is some planetary energetic stuff going on. So if you're feeling a little funky or off, know that could be a contributing factor. So let's see. I'm going to share this to another couple of pages, and then we will be good to go. So welcome for the people that have joined us. Hello, Anita. Hello, Sarah. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see. I am about ready. 1 second. Did I already share it there? I don't remember. Let's see. Okay. So excuse me as I post in all the groups. Let's see. And I think we're going to post it on my page too and see if that works. And then we will be good to go. So I hope everybody's having a good week. It's been a really busy week in some ways and a little bit of a weird week with the energies of the universe and a couple reasons, but welcome. I don't know, for those of you that are in the area, the Gulfport Mind Body Spirit Expo is on Saturday from 9 to 5 at the Gulfport Casino. And that is such an awesome event because all of the metaphysical people that are in the community go to that event and set up, and it's a huge event. I think last sorry about that. Actually, I'm gonna have to go grab a towel because I just dumped my water on the wood floor. So please excuse me. I will be back within 30 seconds. Sorry about that. All right. I am a little klutzy, so excuse me as I wipe up this water. I somehow managed to kick over my water bottle. As I was saying, the Mind Body Spirit Expo is on Saturday, and there are free talks all day long. And the talks are from awesome people within the community, within the metaphysical community. I am speaking at 3:30, and my topic is going to be metaphysics, intuition, and ultimate healing. And so it always is a great event. There are tons of different types of intuitive readers, and it's just the whole vibe of the place because there's so many metaphysical people. The vibration of the whole place is so high. So it's a great day. I'd love to see you. If you come down, please say hello to me, and and hope to see you there. So tonight we have tons of cards. We have a couple new decks because collecting intuitive cards is one of my favorite things to do. And we have, let's see, Archangel Michael, Sword of Light. This is one of my newest decks. I love the vibrational feel of this. I creased the front of it somehow. I guess I dropped it somehow. This is my newest deck, actually. It's Magdalene Oracle. I like the feel of this deck. I like the way the angles of thought in some of the cards. And then this is another newer deck. It says, Believe in Your Own Magic. This is a great deck. This is all about all different types of female, like empowerment energy and artistic expression and stepping up into the self. We have a couple romance decks, I only have the one. I think I packed the other one, but this is a pretty good general deck for romance stuff. This is my little fairy deck. I have a Moonology deck, a Moonology manifestation deck, and Divine Feminine deck. This deck always reminds me of J. Maya from Unity of Gulfport, or now New Thought Community of Gulfport. And then we have the Angels and Ancestors deck. So if you would like a card or a few cards, please let me know. Hello, Terry. Welcome. Are you from the area, Terry? Like locally? How did you find me? So welcome, welcome. If anybody would like, let's see. I may pull a couple cards to start with if we're a little slow. I'm drinking my electrolyte water. I've been using LMNT for electrolytes lately. Ophelia. Okay, Ophelia. All right, Terry, do you have any preference with the deck? I'm going to do Ophelia, and then I'll do Terry. Did you see a deck that you'd like, or would you like me to show you a couple of them, or would you like me to just pick the one I feel that I feel it's this one, Terry, actually, but I do these readings on a donation basis to help support the church. Hello, Ophelia. And so if anybody feels guided, there should be information above this video to donate, or you can do it on PayPal at unityofgulfport@gmail.com, on Venmo, which is at Unity of Gulfport, or on their website, which is www.unityofgulfport.org/give. And so, Ophelia, look at these cards. Okay, Terry. Aren't they cool with like the wings of the angel and like the yin yang kind of thing? Let's see. How you doing, Ophelia? How's your day going? Are you going to be at the expo? Probably can hear me. I probably don't have to yell, not yell, but make my voice louder. All right, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to try to put them down gently because it makes scratches, and I probably should have a piece of paper. Let's see if I can put a piece of paper down. A little klutzy tonight. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I hear 13. 1 second. So 15, 14, 13. All right, Ophelia. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I'll tap in a little bit. My dad just passed in December, and he's been very close to me. So I understand, Sarah. It is quite the transition. I send lots of heart energy your way. It is quite the journey to walk through the loss of that. Hi, Mary. Welcome. You are third, Mary. So Ophelia, actually, you'll be fourth, unfortunately. So Ophelia, Terry, Sarah, then Mary. So sorry, you're a little bit lower on the list. Okay, Ophelia, these are your cards. I'm sorry you have a cold. Yeah, I've been feeling. The energies have been just a little off lately. All right, Ophelia. It says, step into the spotlight. You have such a huge heart, but I feel that they're wanting you to do more of just like being seen. And I feel it has something to do with your healing work or the heart work that you do with people. Embrace this magical moment, they're saying. I know when I'm sick that my mind can get a little negative. And so they're just wanting you to just ride it out, know it's going to be okay. And that, but really like, I think, as I get older, I come to appreciate the simple moments. And so they're just kind of reminding you to be extra aware of the beauty in this moment, even if you're not feeling so great, if that makes sense. So embracing the magic, the card basically says, embrace this magical moment. This one right here, not tomorrow, not when you're not sick, right now. So that's a good reminder for me too. Don't settle for less. Feel like this is in your relationships. So if somebody's not treating you the way that you should be treated, then, setting boundaries are always the best, right? If we're not able to change it, then we can detach and then we can choose how we spend our time and energy. Because ultimately, that's the only thing we can control, right? Maybe our thoughts most of the time, maybe depending on the day. But like when we're able to really refine what do I want to create in my life, and where do I want to invest my time, energy, and focus. And so they're wanting you to just be extra aware because I feel like there's somebody around you that's not treating you the way that you should be treated. So, all right, we got two more for Ophelia. It says, regain your focus. So I see this image of you, Ophelia, like this, and you're connecting to the divine, and you're clearing out all like the mental cobwebs, and you're opening your heart to the divine and like the sky energy. They're saying sky energy, but like the ethereal energy. And they're like, and you're opening up your heart and you're connecting. And so regaining your focus but spiritual focus, because you're such a heart force that sometimes when we're so emotionally gifted, emotional energy can be like a little bit flowy and a little bit skewy. And so one of the things I've been really focusing on, I've dedicated this year to healing, and I've done a pretty good job. I mean, for what I really wanted to accomplish, I'm really proud of myself because I lost to my father and then my ex within the same week. And so I was really determined this year to really create space, but most importantly, to increase my vibrational frequency to a higher. And I'm getting there. Maybe not as high as my goal, but that's what they're wanting you to do, is to connect spiritually in order to get clear for your powerful heart work, if that makes sense. So you're like clearing out the things that the little things that bother your mind or that get your stuff or hook your stuff. You're clearing it. You're taking a breath in. You're connecting to the energy of the divine, and then you're asking intuitively, what's next? What do I need to know about a situation? What do I need to know for enhanced heart healing? What do I need to do for just greater overall empowerment? But you're asking that the frequency of the divine as you clear your mind. And because you're gifted too, they're going to give you that. They're going to give you the answers. They're just saying like, you already do this process on some level, this reminding you. And, oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mary, for saying that. I've done fantastically well. I'm still working on it. I'm still, I've been doing more body code, energetic work with, I'm learning that technique and getting more involved in that. And so I'm really amazed at how almost anything, whether it be an emotional symptom, a mental system, a physical symptom, the core of it is emotional frequency. And that's great. I'm glad you tell the truth. Oh, thank you, Mary. She said, I tell the truth. Thank you. I'm working on it. Continuing. My growth game and my healing game is strong. So it's had to be. So, but thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. And so, okay. So whatever. Okay. This is a really powerful card. So I'm excited that this is your power card, Ophelia. It says, this is a, oh, and it jumped. See that jumping card? Okay. So this is an extra important power card for you. And I love the vibration of this card. I've been dropping everything tonight. All right. So this is a blessing in disguise. And look at all the angel wings. And so whatever it is that's most weighing on your mind, know that it's a blessing in disguise. And so it's interesting that you get this. I think, Ophelia, sometimes I feel that your energy kind of runs a little bit parallel to mine at times. And so I heard the message a couple of days ago that the next 2 months are going to be really, really like not the way I want them to be in many ways. Like it's going to be a tough kind of 2 months. But the message was like, don't believe the mirage of what your ego human mind sees, because it's leading you to exactly where you want to be, or the next, what you're most hoping. And to like, don't believe, almost like seeing past the details of the now, because it's just a mirage. Like and that's, I feel it's very similar. Like this, whatever it is that you're walking through that's weighing heaviest on your mind, that this is a blessing. So don't believe what your eyes are seeing, if that makes sense, or what your more ego human mind is telling you about it, because they're showing me like a chess piece or a chess game. And you know how, I don't know if you're familiar with chess. I only know a little bit about it, but when you move the yeah, they do. Yes, it does, Ophelia. I feel we're in sync. That like in the game of chess, right? And I only know a little bit about it, but from what I've seen, that there are strategic moves that they do, and then ultimately they can get what they want. And so I feel like whatever's going on in your life, and ironically, in some ways, my life too, that if I was looking at it like an onlooker on a chess game, I wouldn't understand that the pieces are aligning so that I could get the end result, or you can get the end result that you really want. Because the movements, we don't understand them with our minds. And so that was the image they showed me, was like a chess, the board of chess. And so they're just saying, don't believe what your mind tells you about what you're seeing in your life right now, because it's teaching you stuff. It's leading you to synchronistic events and people, connections, things like that. And also, like, there's some type of spiritual lesson, several spiritual lessons they're saying that you're learning right now, that you can't learn any other way. I don't know why they're saying it like that, but that's how they're saying it. The flavor of my water is called watermelon salt. And actually, I like it. I'm surprised that I like it. And so I hope that's helpful. I feel like I'm supposed to pull one more card for you, Ophelia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're showing me 6. Someone new is coming, but I feel it's more of like a friend. It's like a friend that is like a metaphysical friend that's going to be like, I don't know, somebody that's creative and into like the metaphysical work, but that you're going to be happy and doing fun. Like I feel it's like a comrade, a spiritual comrade friend coming. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for your metaphysical friend coming. They're saying you'll feel it. You'll recognize the person by their vibration, their energy, and that I feel like a lot of laughter. So I think you're going to really enjoy their company, and that you're going to have some fun with the person. Okay, so Ophelia, great to see you. I hope to see you on Saturday. And that's it. So much love, much love. Always lovely to see you here. And yes, let it go. It will come, but don't get caught up in the negative details, so to say. So I hope that's helpful, my dear. Terry, are you still here? I know I'm going a little long tonight. I just felt guided too. So wait a second. Terry, are you here? Oh. Let's see. Yes, okay. All right. So I feel this is my newest deck. The energy, I like this deck, but the energy is different than my other decks. I'm not quite sure. Each deck has a different energy associated with like the color and let's see. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, we can discuss that at a different time, but thank you for thinking of me. All right. So we're on Terry. I like the angles of thought that this deck has. It has a really earthy feel to it, like an earth-based, grounded feel to the deck. I like the angles of thought and the angles of emotional perspective that it offers. It would never have been a deck that I would have chosen off a shelf, but a friend had it. And one of the things I love about this deck is that the book has, on the back of it, it says, and I love it because I love the ocean and I love love, and I'm all about hearts, and I even have a heart tattooed over my heart for my grandma. And so it says, my love is like an ocean, forever longing for your shore. And I thought, oh my God, that's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my life, is that like that statement, like that equating love, like that gentle wave that goes up on the shore, like how beautiful. Granted, I am not in a relationship, and I'm taking a good long time break. Well, we'll see. The universe always has other things in store, right? But yeah, I'm taking a break. But anyway, this deck it has intricate like markings on the front too, and so I really like this deck in some ways. But like I said, the energy is much different than the others. So okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I see a 16, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. All right, Terry. The Gulfport Mind, Body, Spirit Expo is this weekend for those of you that are new to joining. It runs from 9 to 5. I will be speaking at 3:30. All right, Terry. Universal Christ, it says, but really when I touch the card, this is about Christ consciousness or spiritual consciousness, whatever your beliefs are. I don't always resonate with the Jesus Christ name, but I certainly can relate to that energy, right? So if you think about the story or the walk of Jesus or what has been put in the history books, and I don't know enough, I don't really know a lot about Jesus, only though that he healed people and that he was a huge spiritual, not entity, but a figure in terms of, the foundation of Christianity and his death and resurrection and all of that. But if you think about the energy of Christ consciousness, it's all about love and healing, right? And so they're wanting you to tap into that energy more. And I feel like it's for yourself and your own heart and your mind. And so I feel like you have a very, very strong mind, which has served you in many ways, but then in some ways it doesn't. I have a little bit of a mind like that. And so when you have an extra strong mind, sometimes it can be difficult to step beyond the thinking realm and to tap into the universal energy of spirit or source. And so that's what they're wanting you to do more, is to really tap in to the frequency and energy of the divine or God or whatever it is that you define your spiritual connection to be. And to sit with that energy for a while, allow it to flow through your mind and heart and your chakras. I don't know if you're into metaphysics, but that there's healing, there's deep healing. I'm hearing the word awareness for you in that space. And I'm seeing tears. So I don't know if it's going to help you go deeper into grieving, or that it's going to clear the vibration of that away from you so that you can connect your intuition. But that you connecting to energy is really important right now, specifically in your healing and in your personal growth. Because I feel like once you are able to connect and do a little bit of deeper healing in that energy, that additional intuitive information is going to come to your mind. You're going to take more precise action on. And so that's going to help you in all ways. Ooh, okay. The Matrix. It's one of my favorite words. It's the first time I have seen that word in decks, though. That's cool to see that. That's my book is the Joy Matrix. So, but what that means when I touch this card for you, Terry, this is involving your heart. And so that's one of the reasons why I chose it for my book title, because the word matrix is all about the pieces of how they fit together and in that workable whole, and kind of like the mystery of that. And so that word to me, especially this card, is really directed towards your heart. They're wanting you to sink a little deeper into your heart and to figure out the pieces of it and the layers of your emotional energy. And that's a kind of a big, tall order, especially if you walk through some tough stuff. So, I had a lot of trauma in my history, sexual trauma as a kid, a lot of stuff that I walked through. And so when you have difficult things, they're not showing me what you walk through. They sometimes protect people's privacy in terms of what I can see, unless it's a clear channel or a clear connection in some ways, or that there's an openness rather. But they're wanting you to dig deeper and really get to know intimately your own heart and your emotional dynamics. And so I'm a big believer in 12-step recovery. 12-step recovery is not just about alcohol or drugs. They have 12-step recovery for everything from, coming from a dysfunctional family, which would be ACA or ACOA, or even Al-Anon, loving somebody that's an addict, or even like food stuff, any area, even like under earning or money stuff. Like there's 12-step recovery for everything. There's even one on incest. I just saw that actually, which I didn't know they had that for that area. But that process and going to meetings like that it brings such awareness to personal emotional dynamics and how the energies, how they impact our thinking and how we navigate in the universe. And so they're saying they're wanting you to get more intimate with your own heart. Journaling is also very helpful. I'm hearing. I do that all the time. I pull cards for myself and I journal every single night. And my old cat lays next to me. And so it's been one of the best things that I've done in my life. Serendipity. So whatever you're worried about, know that it's everything's in alignment. The timing's in alignment. You don't have to worry about anything. I feel some good things are coming, but they'll come faster if you can clear your mind out of a lower vibration place. I think because your mind is so strong, some negative thoughts kind of creep in when it would be in your best interest to be extra aware what your mind is saying and doing. So the next card, it says The Secret. But look at the card and what the eyes are showing. And so for me, when I touch this card, they're wanting you to connect more and to ask more and step outside of your mind, which I've been doing that a lot lately, and that's really hard. When my mind loves to control everything, but that doesn't work, because what really do we have in control of, right? I mean, yes, I know, but some stuff, but they're wanting you to really clear your mind and connect more. And the secret is that your intuitive connection is where the answers will be, and not so much the mind. Last card is your power card. War and peace, but look at the heart at the bottom. This is about you being at war with yourself. And they're just saying that you have a choice. You either, like, I feel like your thoughts can sometimes bring, they're saying unrest. They're using the word unrest to your spirit. And they're saying war and peace, like that's about perspective, right? If it's an internal battle of some kind, that it's important that we're extra aware of what our mind is doing and the perspective that it has, in terms of just when it comes to our ego mind can do all kinds of mean stuff to us. And they're really wanting you to be extra aware what your mind is doing, because it's like churning up some old negative stuff that's not even yours. It's not even, it may have been, your caregivers or something, but that when war and peace to me, for you, means to be extra aware of your perspective, because that's the one thing we always can change, and to try to shift it to a more spiritual place and a place of gratitude and awareness and bigger picture rather than smaller picture and details and ego stuff. I hope that's helpful. Terry, welcome. Hope you have a great week. If you're local, come on down. If anybody would like to join our mailing list, please put your email in the comments, or you're welcome to send them to me or the church. All right, Sarah, are you here? I don't know why it's not showing me the bottom of the way. Hi, Julia, welcome. I'm glad, Maria, welcome. I'm so glad. Thank you. I'm so glad that connected with you. Yay. All right, Sarah. So your dad passed. So I am still developing my mediumship gift, but I can sense words. I can't always pick up specific details of how people looked and stuff, but I can hear things when I tap into the energies of things. And so, so Sarah, when I tap in, I'm hearing the words, I am right next to you. I can hear everything you say. Like I feel his almost his arms around you when you're crying or when you're grieving. And he's still saying like, my girl, like touching his heart and like communicating like just how much he loved you. I don't know. They're not showing me what your relationship with him was like in this, like in the human interaction realm, but know that he had such great love for you. And I know as I've walked through this process with my own father, and my father and I didn't have a great relationship. I think, I always knew he loved me in his own way, but we were so different. And unfortunately, we didn't get that, what you would consider a father-daughter type relationship. And so they're telling me that you had a better relationship with your dad than I did. But that I keep hearing the words from your dad, I'm right here. I am fine. It is so beautiful and wonderful here. Please don't worry about me. I was supposed to cross over when I did. Um, he's worried about you. Like he's worried about your heart, about if it's hurting you too much. Um, he's wanting to like hold your heart, but he doesn't. He's almost trying to figure it out because he's in a spirit realm now. There's look for a sign. I'm hearing that. Look for a sign because I feel like when my dad passed, I would like lose my phone and then I would find my phone right next to me by my hand when I woke up in the morning. Like it was little things, but there's no way that the phone could have been there. So they're showing me you writing. And so I feel like if you wrote letters to your father, you'd be able to somehow hear his answers to you because he's right there. Know that the veil between you and your father is thin because he's your father. So he's like your closest guardian angel, at least for a good long while. And that because of your energetic connection and how many times that you've both have come in past lives to Earth, they're showing me that they're saying that like soul contracts, like you've come to Earth so many times that you have a special bond, like an etheric bond, and that so therefore you have a higher probability of hearing him intuitively over anyone. And that's what I found when my father left was that I could hear him better than anybody else. And I kept hearing him say, I'm sorry. But that like it's almost like all I had to do was think him and I could feel him there. So no, it's a similar situation with you. Do you have any specific questions, Sarah? And he's showing me like him like rocking a baby, like you being the baby, and him just his heart like so bursting with happiness and joy, like he loves you so much. Is there anything else? Any questions around him specifically? I don't feel I'm supposed to be pulling cards for you, or I would. Is there anything around him that you would like greater clarity on, or an angle of something I've said, or anything like that? But like they keep emphasizing the writing, so I would be journaling not only your emotions around it, but like tapping into his energy potentially. Oh, I don't know if I can answer that. Let me see. Okay, so I'm seeing him shake his head no. You're not meant to know that answer for some reason. Like he's not allowing me to. He's okay. So sometimes they block. Okay. I don't feel that it was on purpose. That's the only thing that I'm getting, but he's not giving me any more details than that. If that's helpful. But I don't know if it was an accident that resulted. I'm not sure. I can't see the details, but I don't feel like he chose to go on that day. Does that make sense? I don't know if he did actions that then it resulted in him leaving. I don't know, but I don't feel like he had that mental intention of going that day. If that's helpful. Hi, welcome. Hi from Canada. I can't see your name, but welcome. All right, Sarah. Anything else? I feel your mom was waiting for him when he got there. So know that he's encountered with them as it was like a joyful kind of connection on the other side. She waited for him, or she was the first person that he saw when he crossed over. Was he connected to animals, Sarah? Did he love animals? I see several animals around him. Anything else? All right. I hope that's helpful, Sarah. Welcome. Okay. Mary, are you still here? I'm sorry. I made you wait. Are you here? Are you here, Mary? I'm sorry that it took a little time. I've been going a little long. Yay. Okay. All right, Mary, what card did you see any decks that you liked? Would you like to see them, or would you like me to just pull from the deck? Let's see. Let me see what Sarah said real quick. I think it was as well. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So he has animals around him. I saw a cat. So that makes sense. So, and happy too, like the animal, and one of them was a cat. So, Yay, I'm so glad. I'm so sorry. And just, he's worried about you. So just, they're wanting you to hold your own heart. So I did that. Mary, I'll be right with you. I just want to make sure she's all right. And then I'll switch and I'll pick. So when I first was going through these two big losses, Sarah, I would lie in bed and I would place my hand over my heart. And then I would allow myself to feel. I would get in bed. I'd put essential oils around to ground my brain. And then I would put Reiki energy into my own heart. I would call in all my highest vibration angels. And I would allow myself to just lose it, or like just cry. Because it's energy, right? It's energy coming out. And it's just, the final kind of piece to loving is this transition of the grief, right? Or the transition phase of grief. And so there's something beautiful that happens during the grieving process. Hello, Anna, welcome. It clears the mind and the energy. It like clears space. And so what I'm hearing intuitively is that when you're sobbing and you're crying and you're feeling that immense transition of the love, right? That there's this open space, and somehow there's a saying to call your father in, and that you can potentially hear him in the space that the grief leaves in its wake. And so do whatever it can to nurture yourself. Get your favorite, cozy stuff on, your blankets, if you have animals, or your cozy stuff, and just be gentle. Like one of the best things that when I lost my father recently is I posted on a chiropractic women's group. I said, hey, what do I do, or what has basically, I explained about the loss of my dad and my exit in the same week, and like, what do I do to get through this quicker? And they basically just said, let yourself feel it and do nothing if you need to. Like, just let yourself, like, give yourself a break for as long as you need to. Lay in bed, sob it out, do whatever you have to do to get through it. And that was so helpful because I was judging myself because I was struggling so badly with it. And that was so helpful to hear all these professional, very advanced professional women say, listen, let yourself lose it, feel it, lay in bed, eat whatever you want, hug your fuzzy friends, your animals, like just do it, just get through, but feel it, go to the bottom, and allow yourself to just be. So that's what I say to you. Just allow yourself to feel it in whatever ways you can. It does pass, I promise. And wow, it's a lot. I don't know your name yet, but yes. So there's other people that say I've lost so many people, and I get it. It's been 11 months for me, and there are still moments where I still cry. And so but it's gotten so much better. And so know that this energy will pass, but it's important that you allow yourself to feel it to the bottom and not to judge yourself in any way. And so I'm so glad, Sarah. Welcome, please. I don't know if you're local. I'm at the Mind Body Spirit Expo. If you end up going in Gulfport, come find me. I'd love to say hello in person. And I'm sending a lot of prayers and heart energy and many blessings to your heart. Know that it does pass, and that you'll be stronger for it too. And so I had one of my oldest coaches who was like one of my favorite people, and she's like, yes, this is time for you to grieve and really allow yourself that space. I was like a couple months in. But she said, it's during these moments where you define yourself as a woman. Yeah, you can lay there and do nothing for a year if you want, or you can take action when you can take action. So there's that balance between doing nothing and allowing yourself to feel it all. And then when that shifts, then getting up and doing all the self-care you can, or the action forward if you can, but allowing yourself to feel. So many blessings. Welcome. Somebody, we don't know the Canada person, but Sarah, somebody said, I'm very sorry for your loss. So thank you so much. All right, Mary, sorry I've gone a little long. I know you've been waiting for a little while. So I feel it's the Archangel deck, Mary, and I feel it's the Moonology deck. So we're going to pull from those two decks. All right, so I'm going to shuffle these first. This is my new deck, Mary. I love this. Sword of Light, Archangel Michael. I go to Borders in Riverview, and they have like this wall, like these two huge bookcases of cards. And I have bought in so many decks this year, and I'm because I go there all the time with my nieces. And so if you're ever in the area of Riverview or Brandon for Books of Jumper, Books a Million, they have great cards. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 13. We're going to start that and then we'll move to the other thing. Okay. The jumper card, you'll be happy to know someone new is coming. And this is a romantic person. And so I feel in the place that you're moving to, that you're going to meet somebody that you're going to like, and that it's going to be a really good thing for your heart. Yay, Marie, I'm glad. It's great cards there. But yeah, Mary, someone new is coming, but the most important thing is like they're going to make you laugh. They're going to look differently than the person that you would normally pick, though. So know that. I feel they may have a little bit of weight on them, or a little bit like visually different, but they're going to make you laugh. And so that's the clue. So whoever you know, I feel you're getting a little bit more socially active in the next couple of months. But the most important thing is that he makes you laugh. And so, they want you to look beyond maybe the visual, maybe that he's visually imperfect. I know you take really good care of yourself. So you have kind of I'm sure you have some high standards in certain areas, but that really focus on whoever is making you laugh, because there can be more to that. And I feel like it's one of those loves that's not intense in terms of like, it's more like cuddling on the couch and watching Netflix and eating dinner, and like the calmer, but it feels like cozy, if that makes sense. Because I've certainly been in those narcissistic relationships, and I've read your book. Your poetry is inspiring me. I've been writing poetry for my new book. I'm probably about maybe 55% along. But because of how I saw you do it in your book, I was like, oh, Mary's writing poetry in hers, and I'm gonna do it too. Mm-hmm. Yes, laughter is good. And I feel that that's one of the most important things, is the laughter. I used to, in my younger years, I used to think a whole bunch of other things are more important. And now that I'm a little older, I see it a little differently. Okay. Next card. You are ready for more. I know you're walking through a few things right now, and that, but they're wanting you to know that it's almost like they're preparing you in some ways to experience more of life. I know you've done some great things this year, like traveling and doing your book stuff. I feel like they're wanting you to do even more. And they're not showing me what exactly they're wanting you to do more of, but they're wanting you to do a little more. So if you have a hunch as to something that you would enjoy doing, or that you would live your life in a more richer way, like more fuller, and they're wanting you to do that. So if you get that hunch, then do it. They're saying you will manifest to what you need, both like in all ways: health, community, prosperity. Like you'll manifest. They're wanting you to focus on the vibration of your thoughts and making sure that you're keeping on top of them, because I feel you do have a strong mind, and that either your thought frequency impacts your manifestation speed. And they're wanting you to stay in the moment, no matter what that moment is bringing you, to embrace the magic of this moment, not tomorrow, yesterday. And so, what number is this one? Oh, you already are. Oh, this is your power card. Hold on, of this deck. And it says, be a light to others. But look where the heart's coming from, or from the light is coming from your heart. And you have this beautiful heart. And I think I've observed you for a couple of years now. And I think sometimes I'm an introvert too, so I love to be alone in moments, but they're wanting you to get out there more and connect to people, because you have this beautiful heart, and they're wanting you to shine it and to connect with people. And I'm a little bit introverted. I understand that alone time and the writing time and all of that, but they're really wanting you to connect. Ophelia says, yay! Ophelia, you're a cutie. But yeah, it says be a light to others, but in like it's something in that you shining and connecting your heart, that you'll be able to flow the divine energy through your heart more. That's the message around that card. I'm going to pull a couple from the other deck too. Excuse me. I've been running like all day today. I'm doing a lot of good stuff though. I've been super busy today. I tend to be a little bit more balanced, but I was like doing a lot of the stuff, prep for the expo and organizing. My brain is not an organized brain because I'm so creative. So I've been doing a lot of stuff lately or today. All right. I like the oh, that's a card. Let's see. Okay. Oh, a second. I like the energies of the cards. So this is a sequel to the first Moonology deck. That's a little bit more grounded and earthy in its feel energetically. Okay, the jumper card from the deck, it says, embrace the flow of life. And they're saying that the flow will not always look the way you want it to, but that it's really important that you step beyond human perspective and look at things from a bird's eye view of spirit, and to really keep your mind in the more spiritual realm, because it's a lot easier to embrace the flow when you're like in that spiritual consciousness rather than the human consciousness. And I have found that it takes a little bit of extra spiritual self-care work to keep in that space. But once you're in that zone, it's a lot easier to not be in worry or fear or frustration. I'm drinking my little electrolyte water. I've been trying to do more fasting, and the electrolyte water allows it to happen longer. All right, let's see. Here, 1, I have 3, 6. All right. It says, attune to the moon and manifest miracles, is what the box says. I don't know about the moon enough. Reverend Kimberly knows a lot about the moon. She has a good podcast she recorded like 10 years ago. Oh, it says, step into your power. And I feel this is around your heart. I know for me, when I walk through really hurtful situations, I just don't let anybody close to my heart. And so they're not wanting you to do that. They're wanting you to know, like, you're more ready to love than maybe you think you are, or that there's a high probability, but it's like the readiness. They're wanting you to be extra aware of the readiness, like to not block yourself from moving forward. Because I feel like you're supposed to have a nice, like, gentle guy. And it says, push through any insecurity. I feel you're supposed to do more with your books. I know you're moving to a new community, maybe there, but you're supposed to do like little workshops with people, like small, 4 or 5 people. Oh, I love this one. This is your power card from here. Know you are loved. Isn't that a great power card? That's from your angels. You have a lot of angels around you. I feel like you have 3 or 4 almost with you almost at all times. So I hope that's helpful, Mary. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Oop. And it was good to talk to you the other day. I've been thinking of you and sending prayers and positive energy your way. So I hope that's helpful, Mary. Many blessings. Oh, what this is, yes, you are. That's Ophelia. Ophelia saying, yes, you are ready. Thanks, Ophelia. Look at her little cute little, her little winky. Is it a meme? I'm not sure. Let's see. Awesome. Oh, yay, you're coming. Awesome. I can't wait to see you. Yay, I look forward to seeing you. She Mary has these awesome 2 books that she always inspires me because she gets out there with her book. And she's an awesome writer, and I've enjoyed her writing very much. Great. See you soon too. Good to see you, Mary. All right, who's next? Who did I miss? Let's see. How much? I'm at 49 minutes. I went a little long. For anybody that feels guided, these readings are put on for donation basis to support Unity of Gulfport, which has been renamed to the New Thought Community of Gulfport. And so there's donation information and the information above this video. And the donations can be made at unityofgulfport@gmail.com. at Venmo, which is at Unity of Gulfport, and then their website, which is unityofgulfport.org/give. And so, you're welcome, Mary. So if anybody feels guided to donate, we would love that. I appreciate you being here. Let's see if you can. All right, Maria, do you want me to pick your deck? Or you want to pick it? Sure, Mary. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Maria. Anyway, good to see you, Mary. I can't wait to see you. All right. I love reading. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right. So there's two decks they're showing me. I'm supposed to. All right. We got the romance deck and we have Believe in Your Own Magic. So we're going to pull a couple. So I'm hearing the word self-esteem. And so I know when I was like in my 30s and I had gone through so much as a child that it took me where my trauma energy showed up the worst was in my relationships. Hi, Julia. Thank you. You're out. If you'd like a reading, I can do it after Maria. I look forward to seeing you, Julia. Wonderful. I'm excited to see you. And so they're just wanting to remind you that you are worthy of real love, Maria. And so I know for me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that I lost so much in relationship because I did not believe I was worth more than how I was being treated. And I lost everything in my late 20s. I had several homes and it was horrible. It was the worst bottom of my life. But it forced me to heal. It forced me to look for resources to heal. And they're showing me that you have a similar energy pattern that I had back at that time. And so I went to all kinds of 12-step meetings, the SLAA, which is Sex and Love Addiction Anonymous, which is really my core thing was like love addiction and codependency. But it taught me how to grow a strong core so that when abuse would show, I could set boundaries or leave it. And so totally awesome. Maria, it's so worth it. It was the best thing that I ever did because it gave me, even though my relationships were not always devoid of that type of kind of abusive energy, I was able to stand up to it better each time, each relationship. I was able to get out quicker, stand up to it faster, create more boundaries, and then leave it eventually. And so the healing, they're wanting to applaud what you are doing, but to keep being committed to the path. Because I feel if you don't, then I feel that your next couple of relationships will be really bad in terms of the damage on your heart and soul. And so it's to stay optimistic about your love life, but the focus they're wanting is you. They're wanting you to focus on you and doing tons of self-care. This card says the situation involves marriage, but this is about marrying yourself and you putting you first. This is you marrying you. Because that's another reason why I've been spending a lot of time really working on myself and really getting clear about what I want and building all areas of my life and working on all these different things that are building myself. Because I know that we can only draw in at the vibration we are at, correct? So that's why I'm so dedicated to that self-evolution process and that self-healing and that all those, that self-evolution stuff. That's what, loved yourself first. To keep coming back to that. Yes. And to keep trusting, keep calling in your angels. You can use them for a source of strength if you don't have supportive people around you right now in different ways. And so they're telling me to go to this. Believe in your own magic, it says. Maria, are you local? Like, are you near Gulfport, St. Petersburg, Clearwater? Let's see. All right. You can manifest your every wish. but your foundation has to be strong, and your core self. They're wanting the core self to be grounded and more aligned. But you have very strong manifestation abilities. It says, don't be afraid to sing. So that's about trusting the process of joy. And that's hard if you've walked through some trauma. I'll tell you that. It's taken me a long time to be able to really enjoy the moment and to feel okay in my body and a lot of other things from what I walked through. So it's interesting. Don't be afraid to sing. So they're just wanting you to see the joy in the moment, even though it may be hard to. Even if it's simple. Like I love to hold or snuggle with my old cat. And I love to play my guitar. It's little things that bring me the most joy. And it says, treat your body like the palace it is. So that was the first place I started when I was on this healing journey. It was one thing I had the most control over was my own body. So I started juicing, and that greatly helped break my brain inflammation, a lot of other things. But they're just wanting you to take extra good care of your physical body, because I feel it will greatly impact your emotional and brain as well. And so I'm glad you're here. I'm not sure if you're local, but if you come on Saturday to the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo in Gulfport, I'll be there. I speak at 3:30, but if you come there, come find me. I'd love to say hello in person. Awesome. Yeah, physical self-care is always my go-to. I have a knee injury at the moment, so I haven't been able to do my normal routine. But yeah, it's the one thing that has always brought me back to my own grounding and my own connection to spirit. So I hope that's helpful. Anyway, nice to meet you, Maria. I wish you tons of luck on the healing journey. My book might be helpful with the trauma stuff, because it's all about trauma and emotional healing. It's called The Joy Matrix. It's on Amazon. You're welcome, Maria. All right, I'm going to pull a couple for me. And then, Julia, are you still here? We're almost at the hour. All right, what am I supposed to... Let's see. I think it's in the Angels and the Ancestor deck. You're welcome, Maria. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm here every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Is anybody else here that wanted a reading? Julia, are you still here? Julia's so nice. She always comes and tells me how much she loves the readings, and she always catches me in person. I'm just gonna pull 1, 2. This is for me. Be graceful in movement and action. Look at that intense little guy. Be graceful. I like that word, graceful. And movement and action. No sloppy actions. Graceful. Which I'm not so graceful, but I will try in spirit or in energy. Set your sights higher. Ooh. I'm thinking more about doing more video stuff. And shed old skin. I feel like I'm stepping up into the next phase of my life and working on my second book, and that makes a lot of sense. Shedding old skin and stepping up vibrationally into this new platform of me. So anybody else would like a reading? We are almost at the 1 hour mark. I'll do a collective reading, and then I think I'm going to go cuddle my kitty and call my nieces. I have an old cat named Cuddles who is she's a feisty old broad. She's just a feisty thing that I adore. I adore my old kitty. She makes me laugh every day, and she has me trained very well to give her lots of treats and a lot of other things. So working on all that. Let's see. Maria says, I'm working on all of that now. Lots of grounding, manifesting. Yep. That's exactly where you need to be. Work, work, work. That's 12 step recovery always says that. Work, work, work. We're always working away on ourselves. All right. So this is the collective reading. 1, 16. All right. We're almost done. Okay. First one, the collective reading. You've got the power. Do not forget that. Don't forget to tap into our internal power and our spiritual power to launch or create whatever it is we're most wanting. It says debt paid off, but I hear the word forgiveness. And so self-forgiveness often has to do sometimes with shame. And so they're just wanting you to just all of us to forgive ourselves in some ways, but the debt is an energetic debt. And to just show up with our hearts in some way, and to know that, the universe forgives all of us for our mistakes. We just sometimes have difficulty forgiving ourselves. Love life, it says, the basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. Yay! Especially for me, I'm kidding. I'm taking a break for a little while, but yeah, like, just, I think this card, when I touch it, I feel it's just, honoring the people that we love in our life, even if it's not romantic, but really, telling people that we love them and appreciate them, our friends, our family, our close ones. And then the last one here for the collective is vegetarian. They're wanting to emphasize the vibration of healthy foods that come from the plant realm. And to, if you're feeling a little sluggish, to maybe do a little more juicing or making some green smoothies or some salads, but that there's a large life force in vegetarian type foods. And to not forget that, especially if you're feeling a little sluggish at the moment. So I hope that is helpful. Many, many blessings. For those of you that show up every week or often, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to serve in this way. The Sunday service is at you that are local for what used to be Unity of Gulfport and is now the New Thought Community of Gulfport. And then the expo, come on down. I'll be there from 9 to 5, and then I will be speaking at 3:30 p.m. And so if you do come, please make sure to say hello. I would love to see you in person and to say hello to you. And what else? I wish you a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. Much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.